Good evening, everyone.
Howdy!
Pity there ain't nobody to answer, isn't there?
I've got 3 in.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, yeah. So yes, so I have been missing in action, obviously, for just over a week.
Yes. Well, that's on.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for a few to come in, and I'll explain the whole story.
Skiving!
No, I haven't been skiving. You know very well I haven't been skiving.
Pretending to be poorly!
Yeah, right.
Throwing a sickie!
So when you poorly, I shall say the same thing to you then.
Yeah, I'll carry on as that.
Yeah, right. On death's door, more like.
Yeah.
So, hiya Tracy, how are you?
Howdy, Tracy.
So yeah, I just said Tracy, I'll sort of wait for a few more coming in, and I'll sort of tell you how all this stuff transpired with shingles and whatever, and
Singles.
Shingles. So yeah, I'm not 100% by no means. I've got, I think, 1 or 2 of my antiviral tablets left. But in myself, I feel a lot better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I have my good days, I have my bad days, you know what I mean? Is that Johnny or is that Tracy? Hi, Chris, mate.
I'll go, Johnny,
Yeah.
or Tracy, or whoever.
So yeah, but I'll well, I think it coffers, dear. I don't know how long I'll be going on for. It all depends how I feel. You know, it's me, Tracy. It says it's Tracy.
Me, Tracy.
So yeah. For you know, for want of a better word, I don't want to keep repeating myself, and I'll tell you how it all come about. But yeah, it's sort of, if you can imagine, you know, knocking you for 6 and being run over by a bus all at the same time. And I'm sorry if I keep scratching my head, but they're still there, if you know what I mean. So I do excuse and this with my nose, because I've got them all on end of my nose. if it looks a bit bulbous and a bit white, that's why, because they all on end of my nose as well. So yeah. You know, of all places to get them on into your snozzle box. You know what I mean? But it's par for the course. I ain't got nits. I'll give you nits in a minute.
I got no hair.
Hi, Davina, how are you?
Davina.
Can you hear my husband? He's saying I've got nits. I said I was just saying, Davina, I'm sorry if I keep scratching and itching and whatever. That's all. I am, Jad. That's all part of the shingles. You know, I've got them in my head and on my nose, in my ear, and you know, but yeah, I do apologise if I keep sort of rubbing my nose because they're very itchy. And I think, you know, like when I've had shingles previous, I mean, it's less than a year ago since they had them last time. But apparently in this country, you can't have the shingles vaccine unless you're between 70 and 75. So I'm nowhere near that. Yeah. So, So yeah, you can go private and have a vaccine, but it's very, very pricey. I did look it up. They want 250 quid for a shingles vaccine. Eh?
Got a cowgirl.
Howdy. So yeah. I sort of did look into it because I thought, well, this is the second time I've had them in probably about 8 months. It's less than a year anyway. So Chris says, well, why don't you look and see if we can get a vaccine? But I did, and only way you can get one is going private, and then they want 250 quid. Oh, she says, fine, getting ready for bed, long day here. Yeah. Well, I'll start telling you a story. Not this weekend, last weekend, but last weekend. The Friday evening and Saturday and Sunday, I felt shocking, honestly. Basically, I just, I felt, how can I explain it? Feeling of exhaustion. I spent Saturday and Sunday, most of it in bed. That entire spell immune, by the way.
Eh?
That entire spell immune.
Was it not?
No, it's IMM.
Oh, close enough.
So anyway, I just thought, oh, I'm probably needing, me B12. I'm just been back at college. Well, Callum's been doing his online today. I think he's got to go in Thursday because before he can actually go back into college, he's got to have a test. So I'm not going into more detail. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not, we're not talking about that side of things. But before he can go in, he's got to have a test.
Mr. Essex.
Hello, you are looking well this evening. Steve, when I watched that video, what Chris did other day, I says to him, I says, don't know, you could have played that. I says, I look horrible. I looked horrendous. He says, well, I just wanted people to see, how ill you were. But anyway, so I just started telling the story, Steve, not this weekend that's just gone, weekend before that. On the Saturday and Sunday, I spent most of the time in bed, like feeling of exhaustion, and I just hadn't got no energy at all. So anyway, I tried ringing doctors on the Monday, but tried to get see, this is another thing, and all I can't think say what I'm thinking. Trying to get an appointment with doctor, it's like rocking horse poop on a Monday. So I wasn't able to get in on the Monday. So I thought, right, 8:30, because you can only ring our doctors between 8:30 and 10 o'clock. So 8:30 on dot, pick the phone up, and it was still about 10 to 9 by the time I got through.
Please like and share the 3.
So, receptionist always says to you, give me a brief description of what's up. And I says to her, well, I've got these blisters behind me here, and I think it's shingles, basically. So she says, oh, right, I'll get doctor to ring you back. Anyway, about 9:45, they rang me back. Can you get up here for about 2:30? So I went up for my appointment. She looked, because they like in me ear as well, ear and the back. So she looked and she says, yeah, it does look like shingles. So she were there and she were, you know, temperature, you know, I hadn't got a temperature. She put thing on my finger. She was quite thorough. So then she started listening to my chest at the front. So she were look, even though she'd like got a mask on and everything, I could see in her eyes that she'd got that look of concern in her eyes. So she says, well, I'll just, you know, listen to your chest, like front back. So I says, I can see it in your eyes. There's something wrong, isn't there? So she says, well, when I listen to your heart, she says, on top of you having shingles, she says, I thought I had a regular heartbeat. Oh, I thought, oh God, this is all I need. You know, on top of everything else, she's heard a heart murmur. So, but I said to her, I says, well, I've had this before. Hi, Kath, how are you?
I don't care.
Well, I wouldn't say well, Kath. I'm better than I were, but I'm not 100%, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I says to her, I says, well, I've had all this before. I says, I even went for electrocardiograph, which is basically an ultrasound on your neck. So anyway, so when she shouted me, she says, I'm sorry. She says, but it's right down the end of the passage. So by the time that I got down there, I was out of breath. I was knicking-knacking-ooed. So I says to her, I says, well, leave it a minute. Let me settle down and get my breath back, you know, and everything. I says, and then do it again. Hi, Kate, how are you? So yeah, so basically, she was concerned because she says she thought she had an irregular heartbeat. So then she was like feeling all around my neck, and she says, well, as well as shingles, behind your ear, in your ear, I've also got them in my eyes. So that's why my eyes look a bit puffy. And I've also got them in my hair, in my scalp. So she says, well, she says as well, she says, you've also got an enlarged lymph node in your neck. Because I'd said to her, I says, well, I got up this morning, I says, my neck hurts me. So she had a feel. So she had a feeling. She says, yeah, she says, it's not a lump, don't worry about it. She says, but I can feel that it's enlarged. She says, obviously, this is another slight thing from your shingles. So anyway, so she says, right, she says, we'll go back to where we started now. She says, and I'll have another listen to your heart. So she put stethoscope on my chest and she went, oh, it seems all right now. I said, see, I told you. But what I say was, I says to her, I says, I know my body better than anybody, obviously. And I know it with that physical exertion of walking all the way down that passage, obviously it had got, you know, blood pumping fast, if you get my meaning. So yeah, it were all, you know, it were all well and good. But I could see the look of concern on her face when she first listened to it, even though she'd like got a mask on. And I says to her, I says, oh, I think I've got some on end of my nose as well. So she says, can you just pull your mask down for me? So I did pull it fully down. I only pulled it like down. And she says, yeah. She says, basically, I mean, basically, shingles is the chickenpox virus. And I do have a very low immune system. And basically, when your immune system's very low, this chickenpox virus that's been dormant in your body for years and years and years suddenly rears its ugly head, and in no uncertain terms, it attacks all the nerve endings. So that's basically why it's in my eyes, in my head, and behind my ears, and obviously end of my nose. But I've got a rogue one here as well on my neck. I don't know where that one comes into play, but anyway. So yeah, so that's the story behind it. I've got Yeah. But, you know, I don't know whether people know this, but in certain cases, you see, that's why she gave me these antiviral tablets, because these are the antiviral tablets. I've only got two more to take. If it's not treated by these antiviral tablets, because these are supposed to stop it in its tracks and stop it spreading elsewhere, because it can be dangerous. And hey, you know, you don't want to admit it, Ian, but you have missed me. Oh dear. But I'm hoping so, Kate, that I've got two left, and basically these are supposed to stop it in its tracks and stop it affecting, because if left untreated, it could affect me. Obviously, you know, I don't want to put a dilly downer on it. Okie dokie then, Ian, thanks for popping in. I could go blind, because obviously you've got a lot of nerves behind your eyes. So without treating it, it could, you know, it could affect all manner of things, you know what I mean? Me hearing, me sight, you know. So yeah. So I'll just take one, by the way, while I think about it. But it can be dangerous, all depending on what nerves it attacks. And that's basically what chickenpox virus does. It attacks the nerve endings. Oh, I always do this because when being big tablets, it gets stuck in my throat. Yeah, talk to your wife, Johnny. So basically, Kate, she gave me 7 days worth, and she said if I needed any more, I'd just got to ring up and. I was just saying, Kate, about that earlier on. Okay, not hot oil, maybe chocolate chip cookies. I forgot now. I said earlier on, Kate. Oh, excuse me.
Pardon you.
That's like...
coffee.
Yeah, but I've read up about it, Kate, and here in the UK, you can only have it between 70 and 75. And basically, I looked into it, and it's very expensive. Like if I were to go private, it'd cost me 250 quid.
That's all right. When we win 10 grand a month for life, you know, we'll all get one.
But anyway, so yeah, it's like you know, it's annoying the fact that I've had it twice in less than a year, but they're still not willing to. And that's one of the reasons why they only give it to between 70 and 75s, is because the cost of it, and the 70 to 75 age bracket, it's more likely to affect them more severely. Hi, Dr. Smith.
Hello, Doctor.
So yeah, I've just been saying, Dr. Smith, I've been really, really poorly with shingles. The only way I can explain, let's all have some rum, Kate. Well, forget about the cake and let's just have rum. But yeah, the only way I can explain it and how I've been feeling, it's like total exhaustion. You know what I mean? Not having no energy. And I talk about really, really severe headaches. So yeah, you know, and the feeling of I've been run over like a bus, you know, by a bus, basically. Got no energy, very severe, severe headaches. You know, and for a few days, I took to my bed nearly all day. So, you know, to be able to do this tonight, I couldn't have done this last week, let's just say, because every minute of every day I felt this exhaustion, fatigue, whatever you want to call it. It's, you know, but, you know, yeah, I'll just straighten that one up, Dr. Smith. Tracy and Johnny are both signed in under his name. So, you know, it does make things a little bit confusing. So I did say, like, you know, Chris says, well, first sign you don't feel well, you know, you feel exhausted, etc. You know, just shut it down. I says, well, you know, sort of, I'll let you all know anyway, if, you know, Grand Cayman is the place to get rum cake. I can make one. So yeah, you know, it's that's the only way I can explain it to you. And same as I says to Chris, for all vitamins I take, because I take like a multivitamin, I take a you know, I take all sorts of vitamins. Well, obviously that ain't sort of stopped me from getting them again. So basically, I did look on Amazon, because Kate, not so long back, had told me about like the B12 spray. Now I have an injection every 12 weeks, and Kate said the B12 is to boost your immune system. You know what would help? That is vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup all over it. Vanilla ice cream, yeah. Not too sure about the chocolate syrup. So yeah, so I did sort of, yeah, going back to what I said about. Hi, Grandpa Kevin. Thank you very much. I'm not 100%, but I'm better than. Oh yeah, we're sorted now. Tracy's back in as herself. Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I feel a lot better in myself. It really knocked me for 6. Felt, you know, knocked me for 6. Run over by a bus backwards. All, you know, all of the above. That's just how I felt last week. You know what I mean? It did. It really, really knocked me off my feet. I can't say, you know, my eyes is better because they're still. And I tell you something. No, you know me, baby. If, you know, if I'm flagging a little bit, I'll say, sorry, guys, I've got to go, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I'm not going now.
Bye, everybody.
So, yeah, I mean, talking to Kate sent me a link to this B12 spray. Now, I actually looked into it on Amazon, and I thought they do like, is it a 6 or 8 month supply of vitamin B12 tablets as well? So I thought about ordering some of them just to boost this B12, because B12 is to boost your immune system. They're still there, Kate, but why can I put it? they feel more like spots now rather than blisters. If that makes sense. Yeah, right. Yeah, you won't have to stop me. Yeah, get it to boost in between. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, Kate. You know, I was just trying to have a look, see when it were. I think it's only about 8 months ago since since I had them blast. It was sort of probably 2 or 3 months into lockdown, the first lockdown. So it's only about 8-9 months since I had it last time. Yeah, did you see that thing I put on? Did you see that thing I put on Facebook? It says it's something about it. You know how they say "run for your life."
Yeah.
Well, I've shot it then. I forget what it says now. See, this is another thing, Kate. It's sort of like giving me a bit of brain fog as well. You know what I mean? I keep forgetting what I'm saying, and not so confusing now. Yeah. But yeah, it's I've not been able to hardly walk, let alone run anyway. I couldn't run to save my life. Tracy says hello, everyone, again. But you see, this is the annoying part of it. You're like itching and poking and scratching, and you know what I mean? You can't help but itch and scratch. Well, that sounds itchy and scratchy, eh?
Yeah.
Because I was going like this. I says, you'll have to excuse me if I start going like this. And Chris says, yeah, she's got nicks. Yeah. Oh, and last week, when she told me, after she told me I got them in my house, because I says to her, I says, the itchy, they sore, and they felt like they were on fire, my eyes. And she says, yeah, that's that's common, symptom of having them in your eyes, because it felt like somebody was poking me in the eyes with 2 hot pokers. Oh, we had fruit crumble yesterday for us dinner, actually, Tracy. You know what they say, great minds think alike. So yeah, but you see, because I've been that poorly, I mean, thank God for forward thinking. And I'd made a crumble weeks ago. Well, not when I say weeks ago.
Quite a while ago.
Yeah, but I'd got some crumble left over. So I've always got frozen fruit in freezer. So I always save the foil things. So I did 2, use this crumble up and did 2 and put them in freezer. So obviously I've been that poorly that I ain't felt like doing anything. So I says to Chris, I says, I can't be. Yeah, that's exactly how I've, it's like I can start saying something, Kate, and then I forget what I'm saying midway through. You know what I mean? And I've got this, like, when I was saying about doctors and I spoke to, and I couldn't remember receptionist. I got it here in my brain, but I couldn't remember. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. So yeah. So anyway, I says to Chris, he says, well, I'll get one of them out at freezer, one of the crumbles out at freezer. He says it'll save you, if obviously you don't feel like it. So he says, thank God you've sort of thought ahead, and we've got some in freezer. So basically, me forward thinking, it saved the day, and we had fruit crumble yesterday. But yeah, I were undecided, Kate, whether or not to get the spray or to get the tablet form. You know what I mean? I mean, I know you said that, like, obviously your body don't absorb the tablets. So I were undecided. So yeah, so I'm undecided at the moment whether to get the tablets or whether to get the spray. But so yeah, so that's my plan of campaign. I've got to get some vitamins or something to boost my immune system, because obviously my immune system's that bad. And Kate knows that for weeks now I've had a problem with this ear. Like, keep getting earache and popping and whooshing noises, and obviously that's why it's attacked behind me ear. It's because it, and you see, if you remember when I had them in my back last time, I started with that sciatica, and that was where it last time. So same as the doctor said, it sees a weakness in your immune system, whether it be in your back or in your ear. And with me having sort of this problem with my ear for the past few weeks, it's basically gone for jugular. Oh, just as in maths college, we were doing 2D, 3D shapes. The teacher told one student, name a shape. She said, sugar dumps. I had my eyes wide. The teacher said, there isn't a shape called what's the main symptoms? Well, I noticed, obviously, I've been having trouble with this ear. It got very tender. And then I were like, it starts out, they feel like spots. I mean, obviously, I can't see them. Hi, Vanessa.
Hello, Miss Kitty Cat.
But you see, the thing is with shingles, Kate, it attacks the nerve endings. So, you see, the thing is, because I've had shingles less than a year ago, and I've had them several times before, I know what to look out for. And it were a case of, I felt behind my ear, I felt all these blisters, and I said to Chris, I said, just have a look behind my ear. I says, it could be me just overthinking things. I says, but I can feel like blisters behind my ear. Oh. You know, it were, but it's like not just the blisters, it's the itching and the scratching and the soreness. You know what I mean? It's like all that rolled into one. Hiya, Vanilla. So it's basically the same as she said when I went to doctors. She says it basically, the chickenpox virus that lays dormant in your body, it attacks your nerve endings. And because it were, you know, I'd had problems with my ears, you know, it went for jugular, so to speak. But yeah, so, you know, I mean, it's hard to explain to anybody. You see, when I had them on my back, Kate, I mean, even now, because it attacks the nerve endings, every now and again, it feels like somebody's poking me with a sharp object. And that's because it does nerve damage. Oh dear. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I've not got no lasting damage from this episode. But yeah. I have got a rogue one on my neck, but apart from that, you know, they're mostly in my ear, in my scalp. Did you get a nerve pain spasm with it? Yeah, in my back I do. But see, I knew there was something wrong because I found these blisters behind me ear, and then my eyes were really, really sore and really itchy, and they felt like they were burning. But it's how can I put it? if anybody can find a sugar dump shape, it can be Vanessa. But yeah, it seems funny that I had that sciatica in my back, and obviously, you know, that's where I got the shingles before, and I've had this problem with my ear, and they've come on my ear. So it basically looks for a weak spot in your immune system. Thank you, Dr. Smith. It looks for a weak spot in your immune system, and hence the reason why I want to get either vitamin D tablets, B12 tablets, or the spray. I just need that bit of a boost because, you know, I don't want to keep getting a reoccurrence of these shingles. Yeah, that's what I said, Kate. You know, I mean, Kate knows that I'd had like problems with my ear for weeks and weeks. Like earache and like a popping noise and pain, and you know, not only there, at back here as well, where the first blisters came. So but it's, you see, I take an antihistamine. I take an antihistamine every day, but since I've had shingles, I've been doubling up on my antihistamine. See if I can stop, because it was like I were like this all day long, like scratching my head. I said to Chris, I said, if I can take a, you know, double up on my antihistamine, it might
keeps the shingles away.
Yeah.
Ow, no! I can't get up now. Stop. Oh.
But you see, I've just been saying, Vanessa, here in the UK, because the shingles vaccine is so expensive, they only offer it to between 70 and 75-year-olds. Yeah. It don't matter whether I keep having a reoccurrence of it, they still won't offer me the vaccine. Even though they do have a vaccine for it, it's a very costly. I did look into having it privately, but they want £250 for the vaccine for shingles, and it's very expensive. Way out of our price league anyway, put it that way, because, you know, I don't want this keep reoccurring, because it does, like, literally knock you off your feet, you know, feeling complete exhaustion. Yeah, well, you see, that obviously, I mean, my immune system is very low, and hence the reason why I've had it twice in less than a year. But yeah, it's so about $400 per shot. I don't know what £250 is in dollars. I don't know. But yeah, the I did look it up, Kate, and it says basically in this country, because the vaccine for shingles is so expensive, that's why they only offer it to between 70 and 75. But you can get it if you're age 50 and over, but you have to go privately for it. But yeah, you know, you know, that it's way out of our price league, you know, even if you know, we can't afford it, not at £250 a pop. Because it does make you feel really, really ill. But yeah. So I'll just have to find another way and basically find vitamins that, you know, that can boost my immune system. You know, like I've just said to Kate, either B12 tablets or the spray that Kate told me about. You know, it's just to give my immune system that bit of a boost so it don't happen, you know, don't happen again. You know, it's like same as I said to Chris. It's Chris and Cam I feel sorry for, because I not got the energy to do anything. You know what I mean? And it took me all my time to get out of bed, let alone £250 is like 345 in US dollars. Oh, there you go. But it is very expensive. You know, if you know, if we won lottery, it'd be no problem. But you know, it's just way out of our price league, £250. But you know, that's the only way you can actually get the shingles vaccine. Plus, you've got to be over 50 and go private. I did. I'll tell you in a minute, Vanessa, because I did look it up. Your dad's put it on. Zostavax. It says Zostavax is the only shingles vaccine used in the UK. A single dose has been shown to reduce the incidence of shingles by 38%. Well, when you think about it, 38% is not all, you know what I mean? If shingles does develop, the symptom severity is greatly reduced and the incidence of PHN drops by 67%. 1 in 4 people will develop shingles in their lifetime. Well, I've had it twice in less than a year. But yeah, another thing what I was thinking of is vitamin C as well. Even though sort of like these have got 24 vitamins and minerals. I mean, obviously, it's not enough for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the name of the shingles vaccine in the UK. It's called Zostavax. But yeah, I'm just looking at that. that apparently the Shingrix is actually the non-live shingles vaccine. It says we also offer vaccinations with the live shingles vaccine, and that's £160. But this is like a clinic in London, and it says Shingrix is a non-live vaccination used in adults aged over 50s and over to protect against shingles and post-herpetic neuralgia, long-lasting nerve pain following shingles. It can also be used from the age of 18 years and over in adults who are at increased risk of shingles. So, but that's basically just for a single dose of it. But yeah, this is, I mean, Kate will tell you, this is the second time within a year I've had shingles. Last time it rimmed me back. Johnny says, turn your caps off, Tracy.
Just shouting in silence.
But yeah, I mean, Tracy, it should, you know, it does. It knocks you off your feet, honestly. You know, and it's the fatigue and the tiredness, you know, and you know, that's the main thing. Fatigue and tiredness. Yes, please. I ain't quite drunk this one yet.
You done?
Yes, it roll your mouth. We'll stop moaning.
Here for job.
But to be honest with you, Kate, I don't know. I'll Google that. Sorry about this, guys. Kate says tea, 2 sugars, milky. Quick. I saw that Darren were making another guitar. Yeah, I saw that, Kate. And there is some juice called Nonny, which apparently works. I'd never heard of that, Davina. Ooh. So what you getting then, Johnny? Do you know? Well, it's not coming up with note there. Google. Is the shingles vaccine yearly? Every 5 years, according to this. But same as I says to Chris, I've got to do something. I don't want to keep getting shingles, you know, okie dokie then. I don't want to keep going it because it's debilitating. Ooh, is that like a pull-up thing where you do your pull-up? I know what I'm talking about, Johnny. I know where it is. It's like a thing bar. Yeah, I know. Even though you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, apparently Google's just said you only need this vaccine once every 5 years. Oh, yeah, pull-up bar. Yeah, I knew what I meant, Johnny. But yeah, I can deal with that, Kate. It's just the fact that, you know, in less than a year, I've had this shingles twice. And both times, you know, it don't get any easier the older you get. You know what I mean? I'm at that age now where, I mean, I looked it up and it could take you months and months to get over it, even though like you know, your blisters might disappear. Oh, now you're talking words I don't understand there, Ramjad. But yeah, you know, anybody that's had shingles knows what I'm talking about. So I wish everybody, you know, oh, I that many times, Kate. I don't know. More than on one hand. Let's put it this way. But
Well, how many times you had shingles?
Shingles, yeah.
Oh, dear me. How many points did I got and then double it?
No, I'd say at least probably 5, 6, 7 times.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. If not more.
And that was just last month.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, he sent me a picture. What Trace is? It's one of these bar things where you like pull your sen up.
Pull-ups.
Yeah.
Could always just pull my trousers up there by pulling my arms up.
Hey, up! I haven't even got strength for that last week. Just call me Tesco. But it was like, this is no word of a lie, and Chris will tell you, it took me about 3 attempts when I have to swing my legs around to get into bed. Oh, that's how much it takes it out of you.
Well, something's not wrong with anybody. When it's poured on top of it.
You know, it. Oh God, you know, it's hard to explain to anybody. You know, simplest of things like trying to get in and out of bed when it takes you about 3 or 4 attempts. You know, it's ridiculous. So I had to look up what you had, Jeanette. What shingles? Yeah, it's terrible, Johnny. Honestly.
I think I've walked so far today. I would have walked 100 yards and I feel massive.
Hey, Gordo.
I don't Gordo, lad.
How are you?
You found a lamp yet?
He's got Trollbuster picture on.
Was he?
Yeah. Gordo too.
Oh, Gordo through his trolling account.
So yeah, it's honestly, I can't describe, Johnny, how I felt. Like exhaustion. you know, not having the energy to do anything. And we am having them in my eyes. It's like, I will tell it, doctor, I says, I always take my glasses off when I...
Yeah.
I thought she'd got dingles. That's from watching too much Emmerdale. Oh, you locked out of your other account?
Oh dear.
But yeah, because I make doctor laugh, and I says, like, when I go to bed, I take my glasses off and put them on bedside cabinet. So when I get out of bed, first thing I do, after I've sort of managed to get myself out of bed, is put my glasses on. Well, I woke up this particular morning, and me and Chris have both got digital clocks. And my eyes were that bad, it was just a blur, and everything were... No, I couldn't see anything at all. I weren't blind, but I couldn't get my vision to, you know, to focus.
Hey, it was that good for me. I was getting all sorts of sign language.
He says it is. I'll DM Chris on Facebook just to confirm it's me. I believe you, Gordo.
No worries, Gordo.
Are your eyes healing? Yeah, they're not so bad, Vanessa. But I was saying earlier on, I doubled up with my antihistamines because they're itchy and they're sore, and I felt like I'd got a red hot poker in each eye. The burning sensation were horrible. And she says it's because obviously, yeah, basically, I kept looking at it and blinking my eyes, thinking, "Oh God, am I going blind?" You know what I mean? You always got your first thoughts are it goes straight to worst case scenario, you know. And I'm thinking, "God, am I going blind?" And I kept blinking my eyes until it came into focus. And the doctor says, "Yeah, that's because it's trying to attack your optical nerves." And that's why it's of utmost important that you start on these antiviral tablets straight away, because basically, worst case scenario, it can cause you to go blind if you get it in your eyes.
You don't stop it in time.
Yeah, if you don't stop it in its tracks. Yeah, that's the way I described it, Vanessa. It feels like somebody's poking a red hot poker in your eyes. But on top of that, you've got soreness and you've got itchiness. And that's one of the reasons why I doubled up on my antihistamines. If I could stop the itching and soreness and whatever, you know, but it's gone some way to alleviate it, let's just say. But it's still
a bit sore.
Yeah, there's still a bit, you know, there's still a bit sore. The burning's not so bad, and I still have the same problem, like focusing straight away.
A bit like some of our filming, that. Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's what these are. They spell ACICLOVIR. Near enough, same thing as these is 800 micrograms, Vanessa. So yeah, it sounds like, you know, they give the same sort of thing in US as what, but it's spelled ACICLOVIR. Oh wow, I'll stick to scratching nuts. Trust me, Johnny, you do not want to get shingles. Make sure you take all your vitamins and everything. I'm thinking of taking some extra B12, which is basically to boost my immune system. But yeah, that's same thing, Vanessa. But it all depends, like same as I've just said, Johnny. Last time I had it, it were in my back. Can you remember when I had sciatica? That's where the shingles come last time. In the hiya, Becky. She's put, yay, you're back. I'm fitted up to the wazoo. But yeah, I see. I forgot what I was saying.
Well, you had sciatica.
Oh yeah, last time I had them, when I had sciatica in my back, and they come in exactly the same place as I had the pain with the sciatica. Well, this time I've had a lot of problems with this ear, like pain and earache, and that's where they've come, in my ear and round my ear, and because it's like attacked my ear. Oh, I'll send a link for that D3. It's on special offer at the moment. Ooh, half price is good to me, Johnny. We've had quite an eventful week. Oh, so have I missed all juicy gossip then, Gordo? Obviously, I've not been around for just above a week. Unless you were unaware, I've had, I've still got shingles in my ear, around my ear, in my head, in my eyes. Chickenpox and ear are the same family of viruses. It took, yeah. Oh, we see that is my last one, Vanessa. So it does say on box to finish course off. So after that one, that's it. But she did say to me, if after that course is finished, you still don't feel well, then come back to me and I'll give you some more. Hi, Carla. How are you?
Hello, Carla.
So, strongest vitamin D you can get. Ooh. But you see, I was saying, Johnny, B12 is the main vitamin that you need for your immune system. If I can do something to boost my immune system. Oh yeah, I saw that. She's had a little girl, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Whopper. God, £8. Oh, that's not bad then.
Our card were 8.12, weren't it?
8.11, I think.
8.12.
Oh, I don't know. That's 19 years ago. Got to go try the juice I've mentioned. Google it. Nunny juice. Tomorrow I have to be up early. Good night. See you soon. Thank you for coming in, Davina.
See you, Davina.
Yeah, so Mr. Gordo's a granddad again. Yeah, I saw it on Facebook. But you see, that's another downside. I mean, if we weren't sort of under restrictions, I can't visit anybody because anybody else well, this is the thing, and not a bad wait for a first. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying again now.
I'm busy. New nickname for Pixie, busy.
Well, I clearly can't type today. I have that trouble. I forgot what I was saying again.
Clearly can't type today.
I'll have to have a look. Mrs. G finally got her promotion in where? Oh, so that's two. Where's third bit? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can't be in close proximity to anyone with shingles or chickenpox. But, like people with low immune system, you can't come, well, can't anyway, but this is the thing, Vanessa. Oh, my anxiety is really bad tonight. I'm jabbed, but I'm trying to get myself today. I shouldn't complain. Oh, I'm getting there, Carla. I've had really bad shingles in my ear, back of my ear, in my head, in my eyes. So yeah, well, I need somebody to explain this to me. Chris has never had
Chickenpox.
Yeah, Chris has never had chicken pox. You know, like normal people have chicken pox as a kid. Now, Callum's had them. Now, if Callum hadn't had them, they can catch chicken pox from somebody that's got shingles. Right. So, Chris, as a kid, when it were doing rounds in his school, there was Chris and this other lad never got them. And the amount of times I've had shingles, he still hadn't had chicken pox. So I says to him, I says, the only answer for that is you must be, hey, Wakey, where's you been? So he must be immune to the chicken pox virus. I've been really ill, Wakey. I've still got shingles. I've got shingles in my ear, behind me ear, in my head, and in my eyes.
I've not been tested, but don't think I need it, to be honest.
No, he haven't been tested, Vanessa. This is my bin's outside it back door. Gordo says he's not had shingles. He says he's had shits many a time. Yeah, well.
I've all had that, haven't we?
But yeah, you know, and same as I says, the only thing I can think of is immune to the chickenpox virus. I don't think you really want to clone him, Vanessa. She says he must be really good immunity against it. Perhaps we must clone him. No, I don't think so. It's yeah, you know, I must have had them 7, 6, 7 or 8. I don't know. I've lost count. Blame Mrs. Cheese cooking. Oh, you can always rely on Gordo to make you laugh. I got chicken pox when I was 27. Yeah, well, you imagine that, Wakey, plus 100. Yeah. You know, pure exhaustion, tiredness. You know, I was just saying, not 5-10 minutes ago, Wakey, it takes me about 3 or 4 attempts to get into bed. You know, that's how much.
When you had it, Wakey, 70 years ago, when you were 27, get with it, boy.
But funny thing is, Vanessa, that's one thing I've never had. I've never had mumps.
I've had mumps.
I've never had mumps.
Put me hand up, nobody can see.
Yeah. 27 years old. But yeah. Am I immune to mumps then? Because I've never had mumps. Not that I can recall anyway. And as you know, like when you're in school, you have the mumps, measles and rubella injection now or whatever. But you see, I'm just looking at that. That's vitamin D, Johnny, and it's like here, innit, mumps. I don't think I've ever had it. I'm already on free. Had them all as a kid except poxy chicken. Oh yeah, we see. I was just saying, Chris has never had chicken pox. I'm not laughing at the moment. Found an old pair of jeans in the bottom of the wardrobe from when me and Mrs. G first got together. At least, let's just say I've put on 6 inch on my waist. Hiya, Glenn. How are you? Oh, been to Derwent Reservoir.
I know, seen it. So we call this boy.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had mumps. I can't recall having. I can't. Did you check the pockets? No, they don't fit. Oh dear. Hey, you never. Oh, Kate's going to make her own cuppa.
Don't go. We'll see in about an hour, Kate.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you check pockets, Gordo, just to see if there were, a stray £5 note or something in it? I've had lumps. I don't think I've ever had mumps. In fact, I know I haven't. I think I've had everything else that's been going, but I don't think I've ever. I've had German measles, but I haven't had measles. So yeah, I've had one at measles, but it weren't the measles. I think I had German measles. It's the measles one that makes you feel ill, don't it? Well, I had the one that you just come out in a spotty rash. So yeah. I'm not saying, hey up. He says, I'm not saying where I've had lumps. I've had them all up, place. I wore a jacket not long back and found a 20 in the inside pocket. Just go check them jackets upstairs, sweetheart. Oh dear. But yeah. And as well as I mean, if that weren't bad enough, having shingles, all my lymph node in my neck were all enlarged as well. But she says that was caused by this. Oh, we see. I hadn't had the measles, but I had German measles. Because there's like a difference. The German measles is just like a itchy, scratchy rash, and the measles is makes you poorly. I think my sister had the measles and I didn't get them, but I had German measles. So I don't know how you work that one out. Yeah, I was just saying there's not a lot of the mumps about Kate because of this what is it? MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. Yeah, did the same. Spent an hour checking all my jacket and jeans pockets. Go and make a cuppa then, Kate. I'll not go anywhere till you come back.
Right, while Kate's gone, we can talk about her.
But yeah. Yeah, I thought that's what it were. While I think about it, I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm hoping to do the live baking tomorrow. Now, I'm just going to play it by ear, see how I feel in the morning. So I'll let you know either way, Tracy. I will definitely let you know. It's like everything else. I put this live stream up for tonight, and Chris says, look, if you don't feel like it, don't go live. In a nutshell, It says, don't go live if you don't feel like it. So I went back to bed for a bit. I got up with a stinking headache again. So I says, I'm going to take the tablets. I'm going to go back to bed for a bit, see if I can get shut of this headache. Yeah, me and Kate were talking about that other day. Oh, that was tuberculosis, where it was like a thing, a round thing, where you had to get tested with this, like a stamp thing. That was, I think that was TB. I'm sure it were. Where they tested you beforehand, and if this thing disappeared, you'd got to have jab. But if it stayed up, you didn't have to have jab. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had smallpox vaccine. Baking while playing with your ears is a little too kinky for me. Yeah, I had that. I think that was testing for TB, weren't it? If I'm up his turnip printer on again and then looking, say, baby, his turnip printer off and then looking there. What's going off? Yeah, I think that was TB, weren't it, Glenn? It were like a stamp thing, and they come week before. Give you this? Yeah, it is TB test. I thought it were. I can remember having that. Oh. Yeah. If it went, you got to have your TB jab, or if it stopped, it meant you're immune to it. I don't know exactly what it, and I know it was like a round thing, and it was like a stamp, and they stamped you with these 6 needles.
Photocopying that.
I hope you're not photocopying your bumhole, Benny.
My bumhole.
Oh dear. It's all right, we're laughing at Benny. The printer is over there on the old sofa, and Benny sat on top on it, and he's accidentally switched it on, and he was like looking, and Chris says, "What you doing, Benny?" He says, "Are you photocopying?" And I says, "What is bumhole?" So yeah, I did have to have the jab. There were only, I think, a couple in our year that didn't have to have it, but most of them. What was that one that just women had to have? Is that the MMR thing? Because I know it was like when you got to a certain age. Yeah, me and Kate were on about it the other day. And I ain't got no like that, Vanessa. So I probably didn't have it. I'm out in the morning, Glyn. Back on strike again.
If you're back on strike.
Oh. So
Western Park Museum, if you fancy it.
Yeah, right. I did have to have the TB jab, but there's one where like when you get to about 14, 15, but only girls have to have it. I can't remember what that was for. I don't know whether it's Emma. What's CGV jab for women only?
TB. I don't know. Women only. There you go.
Ah, but TB is an infection. But you see, that's when we were talking other day, Glenn, I went to doctor's constant gossip vaccine. I don't know what you're talking about, Wakey. But yeah, I mean, I spoke to Glyn, I think it were on Monday evening. And yeah, I went to doctor's following day, and she did confirm it was shingles in my ear and in my head and in my eyes. And Back to work tomorrow on strike, Friday, Saturday and Sunday and Monday again.
Oh. Well, let me know when you're out, lad.
Yeah, give him a bell or text him or whatever. So, I mean, it's a good job. I haven't been out really because I can't come into contact with anybody that's got a very low immune system, you know, pregnant women or things like that. I did have the TB jab, I think, Tracy, but I don't think I ever got a scar from it. So yes, it's not a nice thing. Let's just say that. But you know, my advice to anybody is make sure you're up with your vitamins. Keep taking your vitamins because you don't want shingles at any price. If you get TB, COVID, and the flu, then you're fucked.
Oh, it's war.
Yeah, and he hadn't read rules.
Well, he didn't swear technically.
No, I'm on about the C word. We don't talk about the C word. But anyway. So yeah, I'm sort of a lot better than I were, but still not 100%. If you get me meaning. Still very tired. Still keep getting headaches. You know, this will make you laugh, Glyn. I was just saying, it takes me about 3 attempts to get into bed at night. That's how low my energy's been. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I've put in. If you look in rules, Glyn, that's what I've put. Yeah, so yeah, I had to put, you know, some ground rules down, you know what I mean? So, but this is the thing, changing the subject completely. So, Gordon Bennett, talk about being impatient. Is more impatient than what you are.
What?
So when do I get the crunchy recipe then? So you actually want the recipe? I can send it you now. A spoonful of cod liver oil every Sunday night. Great way to end the week. Oh dear. Yeah. Kate's back. If I send it to you, can you send it to Glyn?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'll send it to Chris, Glyn, and Chris can send it to you. I have got the recipe. It says 3 times to get in bed. Take a running jump. Yeah, if only. Oh dear.
A brisk walk.
As I was making. I put a thing up on Facebook, and it says, you know, you've heard the term "run for your life." What you just said. FUCK'd. Do as you're told, Pixie.
No. I'm rebelling.
Right, share. If I send it to you,
I'm going to send it to
yeah.
Gas boiler.
Gas boiler.
The gas man is a gas boiler.
Well, it says it's only saying share. Why does that work then? Because it just says when I press share, it says share Pinterest, Facebook, and WhatsApp. And
You ain't got WhatsApp.
well, I have, but
You ain't got me on WhatsApp.
you haven't.
And I ain't got WhatsApp.
I'll sort it out in a bit, Glyn. It's not sort of letting me share to Chris normally. Like when I send Tracy a recipe, it lets me share it in chat in Messenger, but it's not giving me the option. In fact, I've just thought of something.
Ooh.
I could put the link in.
Ah. After all that.
So do excuse me while I'm looking for it. So what sorry about that.
All the precious thought of something.
Yeah, my phrase is Glyn, where there's a will, there's a way. So there you go. That is the recipe.
Click on that, Lynn.
Yeah, click on that and that's your recipe. That'll take you. I just went down to the kitchen today and had about 5 sprays of the B12. Oh. So yeah, that's the link to it, Glyn. Just click on the link and it does say homemade chocolate. No, homemade honeycomb crunchy bar, whatever it is. So that's the recipe. So yeah. Oh, that's it, Kate. Some as I say, I'm in two minds whether to order that spray or to order the tablets. And basically, the B12 tablets is one a day. So my catchphrase, Glyn, is where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, pardon me. And I've just gone onto the site and copied the link, and that link should take you straight to it. So who's Gemma? That's Gemma, the thingamajig, the author of it, who's put the rest. That the Bigger Bolder Baker is a website with recipes on it, and Gemma's the person that owns the the recipes. It's a B12 spray rather than because Kate doesn't absorb tablets. she has the spray to, you know, like how I have my B12 injection every 12 weeks. That's sort of a stopgap in between your injections. So that's sense the reason why I said I'm either going to get the spray or I'm going to get the tablets, Tracy. Crisp and dry. So yeah, and it's but yeah, you know, B12 is the vitamin to boost your immune system, and that's what I said. I need something. Hey, Uckling, you know, I hadn't had the energy to even raise a smile, let alone anything else. Oh dear. So, and the only energy that I did have was to go to sleep. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, but yeah, he's buggering off now. He's turned the printer off. Look, on. I mean,
what I can't understand is how he's got back in when I've already let him out.
did you lure him in?
No, that's the thing.
Let me have a look. Because I think I've still got link for it, Tracy. Well, maybe not then. See, a lot of these vitamin B12 tablets are for like people, vegans, you know, because they don't have meat and things like that. This is there's a lot of, but they do a, as well as the spray, they do like liquid drops. Thoughts on Harry and Meghan discuss. Yeah, I mean, me and Kate were on about it earlier on. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm not going to watch this Oprah Winfrey thing because on my part, it's the woe is me tale, specifically from Meghan. You know, she's playing racist card. She's playing the biracial card. You know, she's playing the been bullied card. She's played the I felt suicidal card. You know what I mean? It's too much of a woe is me thing, you know, but that's just my opinion. You know, and when we were on about it other week about you know, Diana and everything, I mean, Harry made a bit of a well, what can I say, like statement, and he says we don't want history repeating itself. So either he knows something that we don't about his mother's death. Just saying. So you know, but you know, this is what's got me. You know, they had this great big wedding. You know, they knew she were American. They knew she were biracial. But they still let him marry her. So I don't know. It's sort of half and half, you know. But she knew all this before she. See you later, Glenn.
See you, Glenn.
So yeah, it's like, you know, she knew all this. she knew she were marrying into royal family. So it's all right, you know, playing woe is me card, but she knew all this before she married him. Yeah.
What?
But yeah,
he on his happy pills tonight.
but it's yeah, you know, it's like everything else, you know. We've all got skeletons in his closet. You know what I mean? You know, no, Trace. You know what I mean? And it's you know, sooner or later, them skeletons come back to haunt you, if you know what I mean. So, you know, it's all right for Harry to sit there and say, oh, you know, my wife's were in danger, my son's in danger. But, you know, that's part, he's part of the royal family. What did he expect? But the thing about the monarchy is, you're meant to toe the line. You know, whether you're Kate that's married to William or skeletons. But you know what I'm saying, Glenn? You know what I mean? We've all sort of got a pass, let's just say. And she's no different. You know what I mean? She's no different. No skeletons in my closet. I know exactly how to get rid of all the body parts. But this is what I'm saying. She knew what she were getting into when she said she'd marry Prince Harry. She knew what she were getting into. So it's all right playing woe is me card now, but she knew all this before she married him. You know, what did she expect? So, you know, it's all right playing the wounded soldier, but, you know, springs to mind, you made your bed, you lie in it. So you take rough with smooth. And in the marriage vows, it does say, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer.
Poorer? They've got bloody millions in bank.
But, well, you know what I'm saying. You know, we all wished that we'd got that sort of privileged life and then turn his back on it. Not really, but you know what I mean? I used to work in a slaughterhouse. My knives are always razor sharp. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, because of a family, you know, a dad and this, that, and other. You know, that's all hush hush. You know what I mean? You know, they knew all this, Kate, before they got married. I think she likes playing the victim. If she weren't American and were British, I wouldn't say anything because it's not my place. But as an American, I feel I can say something about her whining. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say, Carla. You know, it's all me, woe is me. You know what I mean? It's all about her being a victim. You know what I mean? But, you know, why aren't I getting the chat? I don't know, Kate. You might need to refresh. But yeah, You know, she can play victim card till cars come home. You know what I mean? But I mean, funny thing is, we were watching Good Morning Britain this morning, and Piers Morgan ripped them a good one this morning, both of them. You know what I mean? You know, the British state paid for renovations of where they were living. What they done? Buggered off to America. No disrespect to America, Carla, or anything, but you know what I mean? The monarchy, the British state, paid for 30 odd million for the renovations at house what they were living in, and then they buggered off. Yeah, she's claiming, hi, Richard.
Oh, no, Mr. Darwin.
Richard. I couldn't be a royal. Can you imagine living in Buckingham House and telling them you're nipping to bargain booze? But I mean, the way, oh, how can I put it? What I'm saying, Kate, is she's playing the biracial card. She's playing, you know, the American card. You know what I mean? Yeah, probably already have. You know, this is just for, you know, this deal with Netflix, and you know, the thing is, what makes me wonder if it's something to do with Kate and William, because Harry and William had a big falling out. So it makes me wonder if it's sort of, but what, at end of the day, what I'm saying is, it don't matter whether their child is black, white, Chinese, Japanese, or Noblinese. You know what I mean? It's a part of the royal family. It's got royal blood. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's no matter what the skin colour of your child is, it don't matter. He's got royal heritage, no matter what colour his skin is. So it shouldn't make a difference. But I'd love to know how much got paid for it.
Oh,
Kate apparently upset Meghan, not the other way around. But there's rumours going about that she got through personal assistance like water because she treat them like dirt. Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself, Carla. She wants the notoriety of being the wife of a prince. Harry said his dad wouldn't take his calls. Lol, try ringing the correct dad. But you know, it's you know, at the beginning she says, "Oh, nothing's off limits," but you're not telling me she weren't told. You know, their staff have said up these are subjects she can't bring up. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying as well, Carla. She knew all this before she married Harry, but she still went to Edward's wedding, and now she's playing the hard done by card, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Why weren't they wearing masks? Well, that's a good question, Kate. You know, especially with her being pregnant, their people had probably took opera to one side and says, well, don't mention this and don't mention her dad and don't mention, you know, all shenanigans with Andrew and whatnot, and, you know, don't ask this and don't ask that. So I don't can sit there and say nothing's off limits, because they'd have had a word with her before it, you know, it happened. Don't talk about this or don't talk about that. And I mean, it weren't the Oprah Winfrey show. It was the Harry and Meghan show. Exactly what they wanted it to be. You know what I mean? It's you know, but yeah, you know, it's if they want to go and live in America, let them go and live in America. You know what I mean? They want to make their own way, let them make their own way, but just don't sort of a year, 2, 3 years down the line come back and say, oh, we made a mistake, blah, 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 kiss my royal backside and you know, and everything's all right. You know what I mean? You made your bed, you lie in it. You wanted to go and live in America. You didn't want Archie or whatever being in spotlight. Yeah, you can understand that. But she knew all this before she married him. She knew she was going to go on and have kids, and they're bound to be, you know, they're bound to be in the spotlight because he's a prince. He's, yeah, way down in pecking order as regards, you know, throne and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still royalty. So what did she expect? But this is, I want them to interview Philip. He's good at dropping clangers. Yeah, exactly, Carla. She says they can't have it both ways. And that's what they want. They come across as very whiny and unappreciative. I relate to depression and anxiety and try to be caring, but it's hard to have sympathy. Exactly, Carla. You know what I mean? While, you know, you can understand them wanting the privacy, but it's royalty. What did they expect? You know what I mean? The comment regarding Archie's colour, if I had to guess who made the comment, I would say jug ears. Yeah. But it's like, you know, at the end of the day, that's his grandchild, Gordo. He shouldn't be making them sort of comments about his grandchild. He knew when they got engaged and when they got married that they were going to go on to have kids. And because she's biracial, you know, it's bound to come out somewhere along the line. Yeah, she was an actress. But you see, this is the thing about it. She can, with her being an actress, she can put whatever face suits her. You know, she can put this face onto Oprah Winfrey, you know, I was bullied, I felt suicidal. It's all just an act. You know what I mean? To me, it's all just an act. You know, and of course, Harry, being her husband, he's going to stick up for her. Well, so they should. I frugal.
I don't frugal, lad.
Yeah, and they cut off their finances. But so they should. They don't want to be part of this country, then, you know, you know, go wherever you want, you know, so long as you're not a burden on. Yeah, I agree, Carla. I think it is all an act. You know, she plays the woe is me card very well. You know, it's a case of same as you say, she were an actress, so she can, you know, she can put this downtrodden, you know, woe is me act till the cars come home, you know what I mean? And it is an act to get people to be sorry for her. What's this thing that Wake is pouring in?
That's the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hot chocolate layer cake, delicious. H2 Hills.
I haven't watched it, Kate.
My old lady's cooking show. You got 7.25 subscribers and only 82 views.
What? Chocolate layer cake, delicious cake recipe. I thought it might be a good one for you to make. Oh,
Might not wanna.
I'll have to have a look at it afterwards, Wakey. But yeah, you know, after they'd had, you know, 30 odd million pounds worth of renovations done and 30 odd million pound on wedding and whatnot, they said, right, see ya, bye. You know, talk about being ungrateful. Sorry, I'm scratching again. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, this is a good one. I said to Callum, come down and he says, hey, are you doing your baking live tomorrow? And I went, don't know yet, Callum. I say, I am tomorrow. So he says, well, if you do, he says, what you making? So I says, English Madeleines. So he says, well, what's them? And I says, well, basically, I says, it's a sponge mixture. I says, you coat it in jam, I says, and then roll it in coconut. I says, and put a cherry on top. And he went, ew. Says, well, I'm sure you'll eat them, Callum. I'm sure Harry and Meghan won't turn their nose up at them. Oh dear. So yeah, you know, you know, I've come to a conclusion. I've got no sympathy for them because it's all of their own doing. They are estimated to have a combined net worth of 50 million. Well, that's not much to say the royalty.
Oh, 50 million. Oh, is that all?
So, you know, telling me making tuna and beetroot surprises, there's no tuna. Tracy's put Jeanette. What? But yeah, you know.
Sure, Pixie will enjoy it. I'm sure I will.
Oh, pardon me. But it's a case of that's why they're doing these things to make more. Well, supposedly it's going to charity. Supposedly, yeah, Harry and Meghan charity. More like they're not doing it out of goodness of the heart.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
What?
Don't come near me. That's last thing I need.
Did you get a towel?
Don't come near me. Hiya, Tim.
I don't think.
And thank you. So, yeah, we're just talking about the Harry and Meghan saga. You know, but yeah, oh, yeah. I don't think he were overly impressed when I told him, Tracy. But hey ho, more for me and Chris if you don't like them. He's got two choices: like it or lump it. You know what I mean? After what happened with Diana, I can quite well believe a lot of this stuff happened. Sorry, but I'm the Queen's biggest fan. Think it's outdated and needs scrapping. But yeah, you know what I mean. I'm this way. A lot of what's gone on's been swept under carpet as regards the royal. You know, this thing with Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew. There's more to it. See you later, Amjad. Have a good one. So Richard says, I just had 2 slices of bread left this morning before work, so I made toast and dropped the bloody things and they landed sloppy side down. God, I was jacked off. Well, ain't that always the way, Richard? You know what I mean? Your last 2 slices of bread and you happen to drop it. So yeah. But I mean, I look at it this way. I mean, going back to this Harry and Meghan thing, they want to try being. I know he does a lot for this. You know, injured war heroes and things like that. Forgot, and these like games that he's sponsor for. He does a lot of good things, but you know, he wants to try sort of being homeless and living on the street and not knowing when your next meal comes from and being cold and destitute. You know what I mean? He's never up to, you know, he's had everything laid on a plate for him. You know what I mean? He's never up to endure that sort of thing. So, you know, it's, you know, he's never had to put himself in that position. You know, the phrase comes to mind, he were born with the proverbial silver spoon in his mouth. Or as we say round here, his gob. You know what I mean?
Big gob.
You know, I mean, you know, me and Chris we've had some rough times, and we have had some rough times, but we've come out the other side of it.
Smelling the roses.
Well, I won't say smelling the roses, but you know, we've never stolen. Yeah, we've probably begged quite a few times, like, but we've never stolen. You know, we've never done anything illegal. You know, we've always worked things out and come out the other side. You know what I mean? You know, they don't know what it's like to struggle. The same as Carla says, you know, her anxiety and stress and everything. They've never had anxiety or stress over sort of things that we've had stress and anxiety over. They don't, you know, and how I felt suicidal, all alone in this big castle, all by myself, and you know, woe is me again. You know what I mean? All by myself, and I felt suicidal. you know, they want to go to a charity that deals in that sort of thing day in, day out, you know, and then tell me that you feel suicidal. But it's, you know, I'll not be watching it. I'll not be watching it.
Yeah, what a load of crap.
You know, well, it's like, same as Chris has just said, crap. It's all a load of BS to me, if you ask me. And that's exactly why I say this thing with Diana, I think it were a conspiracy to shut her up. Who's this suicidal when she's at home? Oh dear. But yeah, I don't think she even knows meaning that word wakey. But you know, talk to Samaritans, and they deal with day in and day out. You know, you've got young kids committing suicide when they think there's, you know, there's nothing left for them to do. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, anxiety. They ought to have sat here with Callum last year when he had severe anxiety and seen what we seen. Exactly, Carla, and I've just said I'll not be watching it either. Phone messed up, just came on. But no, I'll not be watching it because I'll be shouting at telly, and you know, the real definition of anxiety is to sit and watch a 17-year-old saying that everybody thinks he's a bad person and sat there rocking and losing 3 stone in weight. You know what I mean? That's the definition of anxiety. Not sleeping for days on end, not eating, because he'd got it into his mind that he thought everybody thought he were a bad person. You know what I mean? And nobody wanted to know. And we've had to sit up night. You know, me and Chris used to have to take it in shifts. Chris would sit with him for a couple of hours. I'd sit with him for a couple of hours. You know what I mean? And you know, we got him through it. We got him through it. Right, guys, it's just gone 11. I did say I've gone on for my usual 2 hours. I did say that I didn't know how long I'd go on for. So I will bid you good night. Just watch out for, same as I say, it all depends how I feel tomorrow. See how I feel. Whether or not I do the live stream, the baking live stream. Yeah, it were more than panic attacks, Dr. Smith. It were full on anxiety. So, you know, to the point where we were literally being sick, it were vomiting. You know, I've got videos of him because I was going to show, yeah, I took him to doctors. They won't do anything for him. So, yeah, right. Just watch out for me tomorrow evening. I don't know whether I will. It all depends how I feel tomorrow. I'll take it day by day. So I shall see you all on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye. Hey, short and sweet. Go. And he says, when he's not live. Prison live. through the phone.
Kate Tracy says bye.
Bye, Tracy.